8:18 at AM 1230, KWNO. We continue here this morning. We're joined by Chris Parker talking about Faith Riders. Chris, how are you?
Good morning.
So first of all, you were in a week or two ago talking about a ride that you were having with Faith Riders.
Sure.
How'd that go?
Went well. We had about 25 riders, which was a great turnout, actually, considering the day looked like it was going to thunderstorm all day. We managed to dodge raindrops and had a great ride.
All right, very cool. Very cool. So now we're talking Faithfest.
Now we're talking Faithfest. Faithfest is our out-of-the-box new thing we're going to try to promote this year. Hope and pray it goes well, I guess is how I should put it. But based on the discussion and feedback and things I'm getting back, it sounds like it could be a good day. Sounds like we'll get a lot of attendance.
So tell us about it.
Faithfest is kind of a renewal of the music festivals, the Christian music festival idea, but on a smaller scale. Mm-hmm. Many people around the county will remember CrossFest used to be up in Lewiston some years ago, and when it discontinued, there was kind of a small space that needed to be filled and was always kind of tugging at us. This year we decided we'd try to pull off an afternoon and see if we could do it. We've got 6 artists who are eager and ready to go and a bunch of vendors and food trucks lined up, so ready to go.
Very cool. So how do people attend?
They show up at the band shell, and it'll be free.
That's it.
I'll plug that we're always looking for the opportunity and donation if you're having a good time, because that'll tell us that we want to do it again. But the real goal it's not to raise money and to do it again, though that would be a blessing. The goal is really to get God out there in a format that people don't realize. Worship comes in all forms and shapes, and it doesn't have to be on your knees or I'll call it medieval or Renaissance, organ music, as beautiful as that can be. It's a new age, but it's the same message, and there's different ways to share it.
So how is that going to translate into the music you're going to have?
Wow. So the artists we have are all Christian-based artists. All the music being played will be Christian-based, though some, we'll do some covers of some stuff you might hear on the radio otherwise that are cleaner lyricked. Mm-hmm. But we're going to have different varieties. We're going to have a couple of hip-hop guys. I'll just share who they are.
Yeah.
TRU-SERVA, who's up from the cities, is going to start things off. We kind of had a schedule change because he's pretty committed around the area, actually, and he asked if he can get an early start out the door because he's got to get to Iowa that evening. He's from up in the cities. He is a hip-hop artist. License to Live is a local group from the Rochester area who are a bunch of high school-age kids that are really talented, write some of their own stuff, too. Mm-hmm. Matt Kolb has released 3 CDs. Much like TRU-SERVA, who's played Sunshine and Lifefest, some of the bigger festivals. Matt's played Lifefest a couple times. Stephen Olmsted is from up in the cities. He's another hip-hop guy with a couple CDs released. People may recognize the name. Render is actually a couple former Winona State students who have a band up in the Twin Cities as well, have a couple CDs. And then our headliner is Light 45, who just released their first EP, I'll call it, I guess is officially what it is. But one of their singles was top 5 on the Christian rock chart. Well, spent almost all summer there. And that's, with the big boys of Skillet and Red and Disciple and a lot of names people might recognize. Light 45 was up there all summer. So good stuff.
Yeah, very cool. And this is all for free?
This is all for free. That's the point.
So give us the dates and times and all that.
Sure. It's this Sunday. Doors open when doors open. It's an outdoor festival.
Right.
But officially, it's on the calendar as noon. Bands start going on about 1. So I say about because if possibly we may pull it forward a little as opposed to after if we start seeing people are really showing up until about 7. Mm-hmm. Light 45 will hit the main stage about 5:30. So they'll be the last, artist. So the afternoon will be full. Currently 17 vendors. Everything from arts and crafts to leather to bike stuff to motorcycle stuff to always have to correct that one. I'm in not in the motorcycle world. To sweaters and knits and jewelry, and it's a pretty wide variety of even the crafts. And then there's 4 food trucks as well.
All right. Very cool.
So it's going to be hopefully a busy day.
Yeah. So do you, I see you got a sponsor sheet there. Do you have, it looks like you got a number of people that are supporting this.
Yeah,
of course.
Sure. Some of the bigger donors came from Pleasant Valley Church, Winona Bethany Christian Fellowship Church, First Free Church, Living Light Church, some private individuals, but didn't say they wanted to remain anonymous, so I'm going to plug them. Steve and Kathy Young, Andrew Dahl, Midtown Foods, Plaza West Properties, and then other companies have worked with us like Chemo's, J&J Rubbish, Wonderlick Insurance. Jared Bono is going to help do some of the technical stuff. So we're really thankful and blessed that we had this cooperation, and like I said, hope and pray it goes well, that we can get even more cooperation and maybe bigger artists next year. Not that these guys aren't big, but maybe we'll get a bigger draw too.
Yeah, and I mean the band shell, pretty cool area to have it.
Awesome. The city's blessed to have something like the band shell there and available, reasonable to rent it. Worked with the city to work out a contract so we could block off the parking area for all the vendors and the food trucks. As much as that's a blessing, it's a hardship because that means parking is going to be further away. Don't park on the grass, guys. You hear that, city? I'm plugging that.
Yeah. Don't park on the grass.
Don't park on the grass. There's a Clint Eastwood poster out there somewhere, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah. What a great venue to have just right here in our backyard.
And free will offering, and are people going to be? Is it going to be? Pretty available for where people can make donations if they want to.
Oh, absolutely. Faith Riders will have a booth. We'll have a booth there with information. Friend of Faith T-shirts and other little trinkets and that would be available. A donation box. I don't want to overemphasize that. I mean, I appreciate free will donation, but it's really the point is putting God out there, putting the message out there. The bands, we have a canopy set up for them, so they'll have their wares as well. If you really enjoy them, get one of their CDs, get one of their shirts, and then of course all the vendors that'll be out there. We're just hoping for a great attendance, good day, and everything else will take care of itself.
Yeah. Well, I mean, one of the things that I like to talk about a lot is if you like something, support it. So,
well, I'm not going to argue with you over that.
Right,
no, that's great. But
yeah, I mean, it's fantastic that you got this event that's going to be a free event. You got a lot of great entertainment that's going to be coming, and you're hoping, I'm guessing, to make this kind of an annual event.
We would love to make it an annual event, and in fact, as you mentioned when we talked about our OCC ride. We've already kind of been talking amongst ourselves that if this does take off, we want to combine the events. We want to be able to move it to a Saturday and do the ride Saturday morning, and then have all the bikes come back and join basically an outdoor festival that would be in process, and kind of take our plug. We're a motorcycle ministry, and that's an environment we really focus on. But we also, unlike some of the other motorcycle ministries, realize we're not just a niche for motorcyclists. The motorcycle is our tool to get on the highway and out to people. So if we can combine our events and just make a huge day out of it, that's something we're already, like I said, hoping it goes well and we can combine them.
Now, are you going to have information at your Faith Riders booth about any kind of future rides or becoming a member or anything like that?
Absolutely. We'll have some folks manning the booth, so to speak, all day, so they can ask questions. It'll be pretty obvious who we are all day because you'll see a lot of us will be wearing our leather and our patch on the back. That's our pride, putting the cross out there. You also see some of our brothers and sisters and other our motorcycle ministries will be there, and you'll see a lot of people wearing Faithful Servant T-shirts, which is our volunteers that are helping for the day too. And if they can't answer your question, they can find one of us, and we'll answer whatever we can. That's why we want to be there.
All right. Very cool. Chris, thank you very much for coming to talk with us.
Hey, I appreciate the opportunity. Thanks.
Yeah, anytime. We're going to take a break, get some news and stuff like that. We're going to come back here at AM 1230 KWNO with more Wake Up Winona next.